Hello, and welcome back to a new video. So this isn't a full Ironman episode, but this is a lot of stuff I've been doing on my Ironman. Basically what I've done is I've done 50 total wilderness flash events. I've recorded all of them. I'm not going to show you the clips of all of them because that would be I think on my timeline it's currently a 3-hour long video, and no one wants to sit through that. But I will show you some highlights, some cool drops, and just some various things that happened during my journey of completing 50 wilderness flash events. The reason I did this is I'm trying to make GP on my Ironman account. Also, I recently released a guide on how to do the wilderness flash events, so if you want to do these yourself, just check out the most recent video before this one. Also, I kept a tally of all the wilderness flash events that I did. I did manage to do all of them, obviously, but not in the same quantities. So on screen here, this is what I did for each of the wilderness flash events. And I really didn't try to single out certain events. I didn't try to log on when Infernal Star was going on, or log on to hit certain events or anything like that. It was purely just if I was online on RuneScape and a wilderness flash event was about to start, I went and did it regardless of what it was. So here are the totals. Infernal Star was the most common, and for some reason I only ever did one Demon Stragglers event. I'm not really sure why, but it just never seemed to pop up while I was online. The other highlight was the Runescape Incursion. Did that one 6 times. Surprising Seedlings and Hellhound Pack popped up a lot, as well as Lost Souls. Lost Souls was a great one because that one gives prayer XP, so I'm happy that that one popped up that often. But yeah, these are just all the events that happened to be going on when I was online. Okay, let's get into some drops. So all of these drops are, for the most part, just going to be coming from my very wild reward sacks. First one was Dragon Rider Boots and a Clue Scroll Casket. At that time, I thought Dragon Rider Boots were rare, but we'll see if that ends up being the case with some of these other rewards. So all of the drops that I got, all the unique drops that you can get from Wilderness Flash events, or I shouldn't say unique because you can get them from like the KBD or other means as well, but primarily the rewards that are more than just like alkables or red chinchompas or energy. These all come from the Very Wild reward sack. So these are only available from the elite events, so King Black Dragon, Infernal Star, and Evil Bloodwood Tree. So most of the events that I'm doing didn't really have a chance of a special drop or anything. But my second special drop was 2 pairs of Dragon Rider boots from the same reward sack, which I don't know if that's rare or not. The boots don't tend to be that rare, I don't think, because I've had 4 of them so far. And I got a Visi as well, which is a little bit better. That's a 1.25 million GP Alk, but I need 90 smithing in order to make the DFS for it to be alkable. Then I got some Dragon Rider gloves. So the boots and the gloves, they can be upgraded into boots and gloves that actually are hybrid boots and gloves that give a very good prayer bonus. I think it's the best prayer bonus in the game when they're upgraded. So there may be a use for those sometime in the future. And then our next elite sack here was a pair of Dragon Rider boots and a Dragon Fire Shield, or a Draconic Visage, I should say, in the same reward. So that's not bad. And then this is my final clip here. This is by far the best reward I got. It's the big guy. It's a Black Dragon Egg, unchecked. Not bad. Very solid reward. Not quite a Dark Onyx core, true, but, still a very good reward. Hard to get. I will take it. Okay, now it's finally time for the long-awaited price check. What were my loots from doing 50 of these Wilderness Flash events, most of which were completed successfully and got the full rewards? I did miss out on a couple loot bags. But for the most part, this is what you're going to get as an account of around my level, just doing whatever Wilderness Flash event pops up, not aiming for the elite events, not trying to game the system at all, just playing the game normally, doing the next Flash event that comes up on the hour. So as I'm an Ironman account and I need money, the Necronium Salvage is what I was after, and I can quickly price check that to show off the alchemy price. And if I throw all that in the price checker, in total we got 15.875 million in alks once I get done high-alking all of these. Obviously, since I'm an Ironman, I can't actually price check the rest of these items and get the GE price, but I did go through and look up everything on the wiki and made an Excel spreadsheet that has the GE price, at least, of all these other items. Of course, since this is still relatively new content and we have a lot of items flooding into the game that weren't necessarily in high supply before, such as, like Black Salamanders and all of these wilderness items, I can't guarantee that they're actually going to be worth what the GE price says. I'm going to guess, especially with the wilderness items, probably not. But the total value of everything all together, if you count the ALKs and everything else based on its G price, comes out to about 25 million. But of course, a raw value doesn't really mean anything if I can't attach like a number per hour, a rate to it essentially. I tried to average out the time that I would actually spend both running to the Wilderness Flash event and then doing the Wilderness Flash event, and I came out to an average of about 7 minutes per event. And that's because I recorded all of these Wilderness Flash events from start to finish, and I tried to average out the length of the video clips. So clocking in at 7 minutes per event, that means for 50 Wilderness Flash events, I spent 6 hours total devoted to doing the events, even though, of course, a lot of that was just like banking and then running there and then waiting for the event to start. It wasn't all doing the event. A lot of these events only take 3 to 4 minutes. But at that rate of 6 hours, for a main account where you're able to sell everything on the GE, you're going to be making about 4 million per hour. And for an Ironman account, which is the more exciting thing for me, obviously, because I am an Ironman, purely looking at the high ALK value of the Necronium stuff and not really taking into account the other rewards, which are good too and are helpful, but if you're just looking at like how much raw cash you can make per hour by doing these events, that's about 2.6 mil per hour spent in ALKs from doing Wilderness Flash events, which is very good for a low to medium level Ironman. Obviously, you can make more than that per hour in ALKs as a higher level Ironman, but this is the method that I'm using to train my stats so I can become a higher level Ironman, and so for me, it's pretty darn good. Oh, and the one last thing I wanted to mention is I did get 2 Draconic Visages, and I did get a little bit lucky getting 2 of them in only 50 Wilderness Flash events. Based on the drop chance, you're more likely to just get 1 of them in that span of time. But you can also ALK these for 1.25 mil each if you have 90 smithing and can attach them to a anti-dragon shield. So that's more money that you can potentially make as an Ironman if you have the smithing level to do it. So that's going to do it for this loot video for me. I just wanted to give my final thoughts. I would say, should you do Wilderness Flash events? For like a medium level Ironman, yes, 100%. Do all of them. Do as many as you can. If you're on a low population world and it's a combat event, definitely try to do it on World 2 or a higher population world. If you are a high level Ironman or a main account where you don't necessarily need 4 mil an hour to sustain you, I would recommend to just do the elite events. So that is the Infernal Star, the Evil Bloodwood Tree, and the King Black Dragon Rampage. They don't take particularly long. And as your reward, you get at least 2 regular wilderness reward bags, actually 3 in the case of the Evil Tree event. And you also get the Elite reward bag, which has a chance at a Dark Onyx core, which is currently selling for billions. We'll see how long that lasts, but at least for now, it is potentially huge money if you get lucky. Last thing I wanted to say is I did make a guide on this video. You're going to see a notification on screen pop up really quick that will link you to the guide on how to do Wilderness Flash events if you want to get started. And also, feel free to join my friends chat in-game and come hang out. It's munclesonkey, same as the name of this channel. Alright, that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'll see you then. Goodbye.